you've ever been punched in the face, you wake up quick. I've been punched in the face a couple of times. I had a lot of brothers, and I'm not gonna name the ones that were guilty of punching. Something's wrong if you can just deck somebody in the face. I mean, a body shot, normal people can do, but if you just hit somebody in the face, something's wrong with you. Agreed? One time I was in a restaurant, and it was in my high school years. I was in a restaurant, and I walked into the bathroom, and some guy walked in, and he was like, "You were looking at me?" I was like, "Bro, I wasn't looking at you." You know, people are weird about looking at you. You're looking at me. Like, I don't remember looking at you, you know? But it was my friend who was looking at him, and he came in, and he got confused. He's like, "You were looking at me." I was like, "No, bro, I wasn't looking at you." So he starts talking to my friend. He's like, "You was you looking at me." And while he was talking to my friend, he just came and he just punched me right in the mouth. I woke up. I was like, hey, I was alive. I was awake. And if you are slumbering and you are settled in life and you're comfortable in life and you're asleep at the mission, you need to recognize that we are literally at war right now. And this is not your war. This is a war between God and Satan in the kingdom of darkness, but you are the casualty. You are the ones that he loves, and that's why he is after you and he is after all of humanity. You need to realize that you're getting punched in the face. And wake up! And nothing will make you wake up like being in a fight or being in competition. Recently, I was in the country of Italy, in the city of Rome. And you know, in Rome, they got restaurants everywhere. It's like the number one cause of income in Rome is restaurants. And so you got to fight to survive if you're a restaurant owner, because there's so much competition. So you walk down the streets of Rome, and they're not in the restaurant waiting for you to come in. They're outside saying, "Hey, come get some pizza, come get some spaghetti, come and get some lasagna. It's the best in all of Rome. You gotta come in." Like, and then the next guy's, "You come right here, sir. I got a seat for you and your lovely wife right here. It's beautiful." They're trying to get you to come in because they're fighting to survive. They're not sleeping. They're not settled. They're out there hunting it down. Many of us sit up in our churches and just hope people come in here, hope people get saved, hope they get right. We need to be out there in the fight. Come in and get the gospel. Come in and receive what the God has for you. It looks like you need freedom. It looks like you need healing. Right here, we have for you. We're in a fight. I mean, provoke to progress. Souls are on the line. A fight is all around us. The third thought that we have to reflect on to provoke us to progress is a deadline is in front of us. A deadline. You don't have all the time in the world. You have a few short years. You don't have time to sit around and wait on the will of God for years. What's he gonna tell me? When's he gonna send me? He's saying, now, I have a purpose for you now, and you have a deadline. I know none of you ladies ever struggle to be ready on time. Never. Fixing your hair, getting your makeup done. You never struggle to be on time, right? In my house, I send out alarms. 25 minutes, 18 minutes, 12 minutes. I mean, I count it down, and I always lie. I always say it's less time than it actually is, because I know I got so many girls in the house. But, you know, they might be casually strolling around in robes and things an hour before. But you get 5 minutes out. They're like, "Did you see my lipstick? Did you see my makeup? Did you?" And they're working it, man. They're getting ready because there's a deadline. And you only got one life to do something for God. And I think of John chapter 9, verse 4, the words of Jesus. He said, we must quickly carry out the tasks assigned us by the one who sent us. Look at this phrase, the night is coming, and then no one can work. Only got one chance. There's a deadline looming. The final thing that provokes us to progress is when a large prize awaits us. Have you been tracking with the lottery? It got so huge, $1.6 billion. And guys, they have people standing in line for hours and hours to buy a ticket. One lady for 30 years been going to the same spot, running the same numbers every time, just trying to win the lottery, a big prize. Let me just tell you, there is no prize like the eternal prize awaiting Christians that are faithful and obedient in this lifetime. When the creator of everything says, well done, good and faithful servant, enter into your rest prepared before the foundations of the world. When Paul says, I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, and now lies before me a crown of never-ending glory. There is no lottery prize that can even compare to the reward that awaits God's people who involve themselves in the mission. And look, I don't know what pursuit you're pursuing right now. Maybe it's more money, maybe it's more fame, maybe it's just a better, comfortable environment. I don't know what your thing is, but you only got one shot to give your life to the mission of God. And every one of us have distinct differences in how God wants to use us. But brother, sister, you do have a mission, and you better be about it. You better be about it. You got to say, Lord, use me. Use me, God, for your purposes. I want to step out and do something for you.